Whatever. Okay. Balance changes. Public test 14.0. We're applying balance changes. Large number of ships based on another. Yeah, it's super long. Okay. I've seen a few things, but I'm kind of excited. Okay. Novorossiysk. Sigma value increased from 1.4 to 1.5. Did it have that bad sigma? 1.4. What does Giulio Cesare have actually? Let me quickly look. I'm interested. Battleship tier 5 and 6, Italy and USSR. Main battery. Is that visible on? Yeah, it is. Giulio has 1.9 and Novorossiysk has 1.4 right now. So, oh, I guess it has improved dispersion though. It has battlecruiser dispersion. So I guess with 1.5, maybe it approaches the accuracy that Giulio can bring. I don't think it will be fully there yet. But it might do something, to be honest. Like it felt really inaccurate. So that's a good one. Novorossiysk is definitely a pretty weak ship for a tier 6. So it needed something. And then we got Renown. Main battery guns parameters changed. Reload time reduced 23.5 to 22. Shell ballistics improved. They will now become flatter. Okay. Were they that bad though? I thought they were just basically the same as like QE and all other British 15-inch guns. Stock gunfire control. Okay, stock range increased. That is good. Also, upgraded gun range increased. That is also. I mean, it's a relatively small buff. 0.5 kilometers. Turret traverse time. Okay. Yeah, I guess slow turret traverse is just too difficult to play these days. Everything needs to get 30 seconds. I'm not very happy with that because like it's just dumb. That used to be an aspect of battleship play to have to manage your turrets, but whatever. I mean, okay, Renown is very maneuverable, so it can get kind of obnoxious when the turrets turn slower than your ship does. Coronel Bolognese. Is it even Bolognese or is it Bolognese? Whatever. Maximum AP shell damage increased. A little bit of a damage buff. Combat instructions parameters changed. Consumable reload and preparation bonus increased minus 75 to 80%. Not sure how much that will do. I don't quite remember Bolognese being that bad, to be honest. But apparently it is. It's certainly not a very strong tier 7 cruiser, so I guess it needed a buff. Luca Tarigo. Emergency engine power consumable parameters changed. Action time. Longer speed boost. And faster reload. That is quite a substantial buff, I think. Because the Italian DDs, I think they definitely need the speed boost to like actually be effective. I don't think they are that fast stock, right? Let's quickly confirm that. R- Where are we? Acceleration? Wait, max speed. Mm-hmm. Tarigo. Oh, 38 is not that slow. I guess it's kind of middle of the pack. Okay, okay. I think all of the Italian destroyers get similar buffs. Okay, submarine buffs. I'm okay. It's a secondary battery shell ballistic. I don't see this doing anything. I don't see this doing anything, to be honest. But okay, whatever. I guess we can say submarines got a buff. Which is not good in and of itself, but at least this won't do anything, so I'm fine with that. Now Belfast 43. I don't have it, but I think Belfast 43 is like stands basically out by being essentially not better than the actual Belfast or the original Belfast, which is one tier lower. And but battery guns reload time reduced 10 to 8.5 seconds. That's quite a substantial buff. That is, I mean, it's 15%. 15% buff. IG shell fire chance increased. Turret traverse time reduced. Number of surveillance radar charges increased. Oh, it only had 2 stock. I didn't know that. that is quite a big buff to Belfast 43. Wait. Or maybe let's look at it like this. Maybe let's actually maybe compare it to the tier 7 Belfast. Mm. Okay, so we have these two. Main battery. So yeah, the tier 7 Belfast has substantially better DPM than the tier 8 one. Is that where's the reload? 7.5. So it's still worse than the tier 7 Belfast then. Okay, I'm a little bit underwhelmed, to be honest. Okay, I guess it at least it will have more fire chance. But I'm not sure if it will actually reach the same level of fire chance. Then again, oh wait, oh the HE shells do more damage. So it might actually reach the same levels of DPM. What is 176 400 times so okay, so apparently Belfast 43 will have 202,000 HE DPM. So it will have the same DPM as Belfast as the tier 7 Belfast then. Cool. Wow. I mean, it's like still a tier 8 that has the same DPM as the tier 7. But then again, the tier 7 Belfast is still kind of considered overpowered, so okay, I guess. Interesting. Uh and I guess faster turning turrets will like slightly make it slightly more comfortable to play. Pojarski AP shell damage increased. Pojarski is a tier 8. Also don't have that. Where is it in terms of AP DPM? Oh, it's already pretty high. And that is like a 10% buff, I guess. That is that is gonna be quite a lot of AP DPM. I mean, to be honest, does it have increased whoa. What did I do? Does it have increased angles? Where is it? Pojanski. Can you even see it? No, you can't. Why does it do that? It's here. 50, 65. So it has slightly increased, slightly improved like ricochet angles. And it's gonna be even higher up on this list. It's definitely not gonna rival Mines. But Mines also has HE to shoot, and Pojarski is gonna be stuck with with AP. So okay. I mean, I've never thought of Pojarski as being overpowered or anything, so fine. Kuniberti gets the same buff as Luca Tarigo, basically. Split gets a reload buff. 0.2 seconds. And on the Torps as well. Champagne. While Champagne performs well in terms of damage, her impact on the battle is somewhat low. Therefore, we're adding main battery reload booster consumable to help her impact battles at important moments. I mean, sadly, I don't have Champagne. I would kind of like to have it, and I think that might increase even more now that she has main battery reload booster, because like it's obviously a very powerful consumable. It's a 15-second reload booster, so I guess it's like just it's just gonna allow you to shoot a second salvo within the span of the consumable. I don't see this making Champagne like overpowered or anything, so I guess it's kind of a good buff. Marco Polo. Main battery guns reload time reduced. Quite small. quite small buff, to be honest. This is gonna do nothing, I think. Dimitri Donskoy. I'm not sure Donskoy needs a radar buff. Because why? But okay. But okay. Yeah, I'm not sure Donskoy needs a buff at all. Now, Heathen. Heathen is a totally different story. Heathen definitely needs a buff. 4 seconds more reload. Or less reload, I guess. Shorter reload time. I mean, 34 seconds is still very long. And if I remember correctly, the problem with Heathen is that the shells suck. Right? AP shells. Isn't it like... Oh, I guess it's not that low, to be honest. It's kind of middle of the pack. Hmm. Does it have anything special about it? No, it doesn't. Interesting, interesting. It does not, however, have the same... excuse me. The same shell set as Izumo does. They are different shells. They do less damage, right? A little bit less. Yeah, Bachiri, I saw that. I laughed out loud. Like I literally laughed out loud at that. That was so dumb. That was so incredibly dumb. Oh, by the way, I just noticed if I put it this way, it's like the chat is not really visible on screen. Do I put it like this? Yeah, I guess like this is okay. I'll just make sure to not look at stuff that is right at the top. Yeah, yeah, that's a very funny thing to say. Like, there's how many Japanese battleships are there actually at tier 9? There is like hello. There is there's 8 of them. I guess 7. But yeah, Hizen is not even close to being the second best. I probably would take any of those over Hizen. But okay, you do you, I guess. You do you. I guess the shells are the same as Iwami. But it has, Iwami has 2.1 sigma and Hizen has 1.7. Which combined with Japanese dispersion formula is gonna make for a not very fun time. We'll see what that does, but I think realistically she probably needs more help than this. I don't think Hizen is gonna be good after this. Dalian. Is that Dalian was the premium, right? Isn't that the one with Russian DD guns? I think it is with Russian 130s. Main battery guns parameters changed, range increase, reload time reduce. Okay. Dalian is already pretty high up. And like this. She's gonna be pretty much at the top. I think she might even rival Sejong, to be honest. It's gonna be pretty close. I think not quite. I'm too lazy to calculate it right now, but it's gonna be slightly below Sejong. But the guns are yeah, the shells are a lot faster. Like a lot. So it's a lot more comfortable to play actually, or to hit stuff with at longer ranges. Oh, and I guess, oh yeah, AP DPM, that's gonna be significantly higher. It's not gonna be quite Neptune levels. I don't know. Dalian is one of those premiums that, I mean, you do occasionally see them, but I've never thought of it to be very like a huge threat. I don't know. Tulsa. Dispersion improved. Now corresponds with the standard destroyer shell dispersion pattern. Destroyer dispersion on Tulsa. That might be pretty strong, to be honest. I think Tulsa had a kind of a problem with dispersion because it's cruiser dispersion, but only 6 guns maximum. And if you're bow in, then it's only 4 guns. I think this might be quite a big buff. Dalian torps are nowhere near Sejong's. Only 10 kilo. Oh yeah, right. She doesn't have deep waters. I mean, I guess it's just a more gun focused ship than the tech tree ones. It's okay. But yeah, I think the Tulsa buff. I always thought of Tulsa to be like, it's not really. It's supposed to be a tier 9 Des Moines, but it's not. It's just not. Or so far it hasn't been. So I think this might actually make it pretty like competitive. So it might actually be worth it to get Tulsa now. Adriatico gets it gets 60 seconds engine power consumable. And it gets 120 seconds reload. So you're gonna have a lot of speed boost in the Italian destroyers. That is not bad, I think. Because they like their bread and butter is to a YOLO stuff or to like jump on stuff and then flee back into concealment. And the speed boost is gonna help a lot with that. And I do think the Italians needed a little bit of love. So I guess this is gonna be good. So far, honestly, there's been nothing which I completely disagree with. I think some of these, except maybe the Donskoy, but like I don't see why Donskoy needs a radar buff. Donskoy radar is already kind of annoying to play against as a destroyer. And now it's gonna be even more annoying. Like, I don't see Donskoy needing anything. All the others so far, pretty good. Katsonis gets a pretty substantial DPM buff. And also a torpedo, I guess torpedo DPM buff. Let's quickly look at destroyers. HE DPM. Katsonis is already kind of high on this. Okay, I think she's gonna be above Friesland. Maybe not quite. It's gonna be like just below. She's gonna be above Kitakaze by quite a lot, actually. I think. I mean, I guess she doesn't have AP, so. And she is very large and clunky to play. To be honest, it hasn't been that long since I played through the European gunboat destroyers. I didn't think Katsonis was that bad, to be honest. Now Tsurugi, the next Japanese premium battleship, tier 9 premium battleship that gets a buff. Main battery guns reload time reduced. 1 second. It's not a lot, but it's at least a little bit. HE shell ballistic parameters changed. Light trajectory becoming flatter, identical to that of the AP shells. I guess the HE shells were significantly slower. Turning radius reduced. 970 to 89. Okay, that is quite a lot. That is quite a lot. That's a big buff. I think you're gonna notice that because Tsurugi is a very large ship. And it gets more repair parties. Actually, I think this is also a buff that Heathen needs. Because it also lacks one repair party, I think, compared to normal. So this one is quite good. I do enjoy Republik. I like Republik. I always liked her. More Sigma, absolutely, I take that. And I do think Republik needed kind of something. I still think she might need a slightly improved heal, to be honest. Because she just eats so much shit. Because like she's covered in 32mm plating. But I'd definitely take a Sigma buff. And 2.1 Sigma is approaching pretty accurate levels. Yinan gets more HP, actually. Like, to be honest, Yinan is it? I think it is Yinan, by the way. Everybody says Jinan, but I think, as far as I know, it's Yinan. Whatever. I'm just gonna say Yinan, and if it's wrong, I just take the L. So I do think she's fun to play, but it's not like the most effective tier 10 light cruiser of them all. Like only if the enemy team is really stupid and like pushes into you. So it gets a little more base HP. That is, I mean, it's like one overpen, one battleship overpen, but like it stacks with the heals, of course. So yeah, it's a slight buff, and then you get a little more damage on the shells. And more, ooh, 2% more fire chance. That's quite a big one. And max torpedo damage. Holy crap, that's gonna make quite a difference. Where is Yinan on the HE DPM scale? I mean, it's gonna be second place then after this buff. I think. I mean, it's like how much is that? Is that 11% or something? 11, 12%? No, sorry. It's like 6 or 7%. Yeah. I think it's gonna be slightly above Smolensk, or like about the same level. And the fire chance is definitely gonna be noticeable, as well as torpedo damage, of course. Like that makes quite a lot of difference. Then we get a Regolon. Gets the same buff as the 2-9. I think it's gonna make them a lot more comfortable to play. I actually haven't grinded them, so like this might actually be the time to start grinding them, or I guess when this buff actually arrives on the live server. And that's gonna be the last tech tree that I don't have yet, except for the ships that we don't speak of because they are underwater. Hi, Prisco. Zhao has received various buffs over time. Yeah, right. Because it's so OP, right? But we continue to hear feedback from players, volunteers, and community contributors to improve her further. Yeah. I wonder why, Wargaming. I wonder why. Why do you think people keep constantly saying Zhao needs a buff? Buff needs a Zhao. Yeah, right. I can't even speak anymore. Based on your feedback and suggestions, how to make her more comfortable to play, we're widening her turret angles. Thank you, Wargaming. Thank you. And adding the post-launch turning feature on her torpedoes. Yo, how broken is Zhao gonna be? Man, Zhao will be so OP now. That's crazy, man. We'll keep a close eye on her combat statistics going forward, as the ship already has solid overall performance. Fuck you, Wargaming. It sucks. Zhao sucks. Whatever. Okay, so main battery turret angles improved. Firing angles of the first turret widened by 8 degrees per side. Second turret. Wait, let me look at the turret angles. So you get like this one increased by what? 8 degrees. So it's gonna be 50 to the rear. And the second one, I guess, has a better angle already, and that's gonna be 36 then. No, wait, it goes down. It goes down, right? Yeah. So 30. Wait. Okay, so I guess yeah, I've been doing this wrong. So 8 degrees. So both front turrets are gonna be at 34 degrees. So the rearward angles are gonna be pretty good. Third turret's widened by 4 degrees per side and 9 degrees on the fourth turret. 4 degrees. So it's gonna be 36. On both of them. 36. Okay, question. So wait, it's gonna be 36 degrees from the rear and I guess 34 from the front. Let's compare this. Let's compare this to some heavy cruiser that I would consider to have a good, like good angles. How about where is it? Am I blind? I might be blind. The fuck? Where's my Castilla? Yeah, Castilla. Castilla has, I think, very, very good angles. So Castilla has 30 to the rear and 27 to the front. So it's still gonna be slightly worse than Castilla. It was 34 from the front. I guess the kiting angles are gonna be more important for Zhao. What is Hindenburg actually? Hindenburg is 35 from the front, 35 from the back. Okay, so it's about gonna be about comparable to Hindenburg. Yeah, I think that will make quite a difference, to be honest. Torpedo turning feature added to the ship. As a result, Good writing. Of this addition, the following changes were made. Forward firing angles for all torpedo tubes increased by 10 degrees. That's not a lot. That's not that much. So it's still, you still need to basically give flat broadside to fire them to the front. I mean, not quite flat broadside, but definitely enough to get citadeled. However, 45 degrees to the rear. 45 degrees. Jesus. So it's gonna be 30 degrees to the rear. What does Yodo have? Yodo has pretty good torpedo angles. Ooh, so it's better than Yodo to the rear. Uh-huh. I take that. Zhao torpedoes are now actually viable. Okay, that's like this has been a long time coming. This has been a very long time coming. And I think Zhao needed it. I don't know what bullshit they are yapping here. As the ship already has solid overall performance. No, she doesn't. What the fuck, man? She doesn't. Zhao is just bad. I don't know. I mean, I might be giving a controversial statement here, but I would much rather play Yodo than Zhao at the moment, because it's just like the majority of stats are just better on Yodo. But whatever. Maybe that's just me. Yumihari, Adatara, and Bungo. HE shell ballistic parameters change. This will result in the flight trajectory becoming flatter, identical to that of the AP shells of the ship. Ooh. A buff to the HE shells? Is that necessary? Is that necessary? The following changes to combat instructions conditions were made in order to improve overall playing experience, specifically in situations when shooting targets that you lose spotting on, or while blind firing at a target that's in smoke or behind an obstacle. The amount of progress for fulfilling the new condition has been increased to compensate for the new requirement of direct hits on a target. Hanover and Admiral Ushakov have received additional conditions to complement their gameplay and improve their effectiveness. So I don't have those two yet. So I can't really comment much on the F key. Additionally, we have made changes to the hydroacoustic surge consumable on Hannover and Clausewitz. Although Clausewitz and Hannover perform within tolerances, that's a interesting way of saying they are probably right near the bottom. They fall toward the lower end of for super ships. Yeah, they do absolutely. We're giving them some buffs in the form of emphasizing their traditional German strength of long-range hydroacoustic surge. Interesting. Okay, so I gotta look that the text is not gonna be behind my my face cam. Combat instructions parameters change. Removed current progress conditions. Added new progress condition. Hit an enemy ship with main battery shell 8%. What was it before? What was it before? Command instructions parameters changed. Removed for Ushakov. Removed current progress conditions. Added new progress conditions. Hit an enemy ship with a main battery shell 6%. Receive 2000 potential damage. So this is either or, right? 2000 potential damage. Like it's so that means what? If you get 200,000 potential damage, it will give you 10% basically. Okay. Command instructions parameters change. Removed current. Added new progress condition. Hit an enemy ship with main battery shell 10%. 10? Wait. Hit an enemy ship with a secondary guns shell. 1.5%. What the okay. I'm sorry, what? 10% per main battery shell hit. So it's like just two good volleys. 2 good volleys of your main battery and you have your F key charged up. That is even above Libertad levels of bullshit. Yeah, perma F key on Hanover. That's a very interesting way of buffing this. And they get 7-kilometer hydro now. What the hell? That is the first time hydro goes over 6 kilometers. That is the first time overall. Same for Clausewitz. Yeah, that is actually a Witz. I'm not sure what to say about that one. Like 7-kilometer hydro, really? Hanover is exclusively played by wearable mouth breathers. I mean, yeah, sure. But if somebody competent actually starts playing Hanover, then it's gonna be an absolute menace. I don't know about that one, Chief. Jacksonville. Main battery firing guns range reduced. Ooh. Actually, super ship nerf. I agree with this. I agree. I agree. Jacksonville had too much range. She had so much more range than Annapolis, which is dumb. It's a light cruiser. It's supposed to be like, why does it have so much more range than a heavy cruiser? Right now it has. Wait. Why does it say range? Am I blind? Oh, here. Yeah, I am blind. Yeah, it's like straight up 2 kilometers more range than Annapolis. Why? Why does a light cruiser need 2 kilometers more range? That's just too much. So so yeah, 1 kilometer nerf. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We're updating ASW parameters for several ships, making them better with standard values for ships. Better with standard values for ships. Does this sentence make sense? Okay. We want to highlight here a change very frequently requested by our community for battleships Massachusetts and Musashi. Thank you, Wargaming. Fucking finally. It's the most dumb idea ever to like nerf these ships by just having them be completely helpless against any submarines. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Because it only works in like, I don't know, half of the matches, maybe. It is like, no, it's just no. It's just a huge no. Based on your feedback, we're increasing the range of their depth charge airstrike. Yeah, that's what I expected. This will allow players to be more effective to defend better against submarines. As a trade-off for this improvement, we're reducing the damage per bomb to keep the ship at a similar balance level. It's like, yeah, again, it's the balance level is completely skewed because in like if you are against a submarine, then you're just helpless. And if you're not, then it just doesn't affect you in any way at all. So there's no there's no reason to even talk about a balance level with like 4 kilometer ASW range, while significantly improving the usefulness of this armament. I agree. This was absolute. I mean, I guess they don't. Oh, they do say it here. 5 to 10 kilometers. Yeah. So they just get the normal range. Yeah, good one. Good one. Thanks, Wargaming. I take this, whatever. It's less damage, but at least you can do something against a fucking submarine. And you can still cause flooding and fires. Yeah, this is good. This is good. So these others here, Montcalm. I have. What is the Montcalm actually? I don't know. Depth charge airstrike. Reload time reduced. Pretty cool. Based on concealment and smoke firing, attack range, it should have maximum 16 kilometers range. What do you mean? Oh, you mean Jacksonville? Hmm. I mean, yeah. I'm not sure. 16 kilometers would be very short, to be honest. But I mean, yeah, we'll have to see how it is how it performs. The shells do get kind of floaty at those ranges. Yeah, I know, but like, I mean, it's still like you have to remember Yodo has more range than this, and that's also 150 guns. Like, I don't know. But it's, yeah, 18.2 is definitely a little bit too much for how many guns it is and how much DPM it has. So maybe there's a new there's even more nerfs for it, like in them, but maybe it takes some more time. Canarias number of depth charges decreased 3 to 1. Canarias had 3 depth charges. Interesting, never knew. Bomb splash damage. Um, not quite Presco. I think it depends. I think Jacksonville pens like 42 or something with the F key. Only if you take IFHE, then you get over 50. I thought about it briefly because like for clan battles to counter stuff like, I mean, Stalingrad's, and more importantly, what's its face, Novo Novosibirsk and Libertad. So you would need IFHE to pen over 50. But still, yeah, I mean, everything else still gets absolutely crushed by the F key. So some more depth charge stuff. Orage gets a random buff to the amount of depth charges. I don't, whatever. I'm very indifferent to this because like destroyer ASW is it's quite it's quite low on the usefulness anyway. Like, whatever. Buff it, don't buff it. I don't, like, it's destroyers. I think destroyers need that that ping back where you can, if you get close, you can see where the submarine is. They had that in testing years ago, and I think they need that back because it's so difficult to actually run over a submarine. You never know where it's going. Like, it turns literally inside your turning circle. It can completely turn around, and it just can escape under you without you knowing. It's so dumb. Except for destroyers that do have hydro. But whatever. Okay, Aegir gets. Holy shit, that is so much. That is a pretty big buff. I'll take it. Bomb splash damage range increase. Okay, so that was it. Wow, actually quite a quite a wild ride, to be honest. Yeah, this one was a long time coming, as well as Zao buff. That's pretty good. I'm not sure I agree with the HE shells needing to be like have like, I guess they get less air drag or something. They will fly faster. These ships already slap kind of hard with HE, and they can kind of be played as HE spammers. So I'm not sure this is necessary. I'm very skeptical about Hanover. I'm also skeptical about 7-kilometer hydro. That seems pretty weird. I can't really comment on like the F key buff for Satsuma and Ushakov because I don't have both of these. I I I can't tell how much difference this makes. Other than that, some there's quite a lot of buffs that make a like I don't know if they are the perfect buff to be had, but a lot of these ships that did receive a buff kind of needed something. Definitely. So, yeah, actually, rare Wargaming W, I think. Actually a win. Actually a win for Wargaming this time. With a few exceptions, but I mean it's Wargaming, so we have to we have to take what we can get.